Hi, my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use Nature Republic Aloe Vera Gel, which is an hydrating and soothing gel that has a multi-purpose function. You can use it like a moisturizer, you can use it as a face mask, or even in your hair or on your body to hydrate and soothe it. But I want to keep my main focus on how you can use it in a skincare routine. Now, it is suitable for all skin types, and you can use it in the morning as well as evening daily. For some people, you may just want to use it like a moisturizer. For others, it's more like an hydrating step, but still you want to use it along with other skincare products. And this is where it can become quite confusing, because depending on the skincare products that you're using, you need to use some before and others afterwards. Otherwise, it may layer weirdly on the skin when using multiple products. And so this is really where I want to keep my focus on. So I want to share with you an application so that you have a visual guide in mind. And then while I'm doing the application, I also want to go over my example morning as well as evening skincare routine that I have prepared for you in PowerPoint slides, so that you can see it visually and when you need to change certain steps, because this is what's important to keep in mind when working with it. Now I'm going to get started with the first step, which is the cleansing step. Now, cleansing your face is the first step in the morning as well as in the evening. So go ahead, grab your favorite cleanser and wash your face with a cleanser. I'm going to quickly do this. If you want to know more about when you should cleanse your face, when it's important to double cleanse, you will find it other additional information in the description box down below, along with the morning as well as evening skincare routine. So let's go ahead and do this. So after you have washed your face with your cleanser and you have pat the skin dry, you can immediately move on to the next step. There's no need to wait in between. Now, if you just want to use the Aloe Vera Gel as your hydrating and soothing product, and you may have a normal to oily skin type, you're looking for something lightweight and not too heavy, then this can act like a moisturizer. So you're washing your face at first, and then after that, immediately follow on with the application of the Aloe Vera Gel. Use about a bean size amount and apply it evenly all over. And once you have applied it, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. In the evening, that's the last step in your skincare routine. In the morning, don't forget to follow with sun protection afterwards to protect the skin. However, if you do have other skincare products at home that are working well for your skin type or overall skin concerns, you can go ahead and add them to your routine. Now, there are two steps after the cleansing step which won't change, and this is, for example, in the morning your hydrating and soothing toner, and in the evening your hydrating and soothing toner and or exfoliating acid toner, or even tonic, liquid or light serum, whatever it may be called. Those are the two steps that you are going to use before applying your Aloe Vera Gel. This won't change. So if you have such products at home, use it immediately after cleansing, but before applying the Aloe Vera Gel. Either apply it with your hands or with a cotton pad. Once you have applied it over your face and neck, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And so you can see it visually on it right here. I just did the cleansing step. I have my toner right here. Then I would move on to the exfoliant. Now, the next step can be the Aloe Vera Gel or your serums if you want to include some. And this mainly depends on the texture and what feels comfortable on the skin, since there are serums on the market that have a very similar texture to the Aloe Vera Gel, where the order of application does not matter. And so I have a few examples from the ordinary right here. This would apply to any other serums which you may have at home. It just should give you a general understanding. So let's say you have the ordinary marine hyaluronics. That one is like water. So it's similar to a toner or exfoliant. That one has a very thin texture, and when applying it to the skin, it feels like water. In this case, I recommend using your serum at first and then use the aloe vera gel afterwards, because it has a much thinner texture and it probably layers best when working, in this case, from the thinnest to the thickest texture. However, if you have the ordinary niacinamide or ascorbic glucoside solution, those have a thicker texture, and in this specific case, the order of application can change. You can use the serum at first and then your aloe vera, or you may want to do it the other way around, and this depends on what texture and feeling you prefer, depending on what layering guide you're going to do. So in this specific case, there isn't really a right or wrong. If the texture is very similar to the gel, I recommend try out both ways. At first, use your serums at first and then your aloe vera gel. See how this feels on the skin. If that works well, go ahead and keep on going with that order of application. However, if you prefer to do it the other way around, well, then do it the other way around. In this case, the aloe vera gel can also act like just an hydrating product in between. And so if you have applied your treatment before or after the aloe vera gel, then you're going to evenly apply it over your face and neck, and then you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Please always read the directions of the products that you're using, because this can change. And then you would move on to the application of the aloe vera gel. Now again, it can be your moisturizer, but it also can be just an hydrating step in between. And so when using a bit of your aloe vera gel, you do not need a lot of product. Like a bean size amount more or less is enough, because if you're going to use too much of it, it can feel slimy or even sticky or quite tight once it has dried on the skin, and this can give you a weird feeling when layering other products, like basically afterwards, depending on what other skincare products you may be using. So really use just a bit. A little bit goes a long way when specifically keeping the focus on the face and neck. If you're using it on your body, of course, use a bit more because the areas are larger. So use about that much, more or less, for your face, neck, or even your décolletage. Then of course go ahead and adjust it. You may want to use a bit more, but don't overdo it. And then evenly apply it over your face and neck. And please make sure to not get it into your eyes nor into your mouth. If that's the case, rinse it with water. So and once you have applied it all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now there's one more point that I do want to emphasize, and this is that the Nature Republic aloe vera gel contains fragrance, which I do not mind, and it smells really refreshing. However, if you do have a sensitivity towards fragrance, especially when you're getting it too close to the eyes, my best advice would be avoid this part right here, the eye contour, as well as above, so that it's not going to get too close towards the eye where you're going to like tear up, or maybe where your eyes are going to itch. So this is one more important point that's important to emphasize, so that you can adjust it accordingly to the sensitivity which you may have. Other than that, if you have no problems with fragrance, you're fine to use it under the eye contour. Just make sure to not get it into your eyes, nor use it on top of your eyelids. But other than that, that's completely fine. Now the aloe vera gel can be your last step in your evening skincare routine. However, it's going to be your second last step during daytime, because the last step is going to be your sunscreen before the sun exposure. Now this can work well if you have like a normal to oilier skin type. However, if you feel like the aloe vera gel itself is not like enough for your drier skin type, you can use an oil and or moisturizer afterwards. Now the reason why I recommend using it afterwards is based on the texture and the feeling that it will give you, because it's a gel that quickly absorbs into the skin. You would use other products that are going to help you to seal everything basically afterwards as your last step in the evening skincare routine, or second last step before applying your sunscreen. So an example would be using an oil in your morning or evening skincare routine, or you may want to use an oil and or moisturizer. It's basically about the texture of your moisturizer. If you have a thicker cream, then again I recommend using it afterwards, such as the ordinary natural moisturizing factors. This is just one example, and then apply it to the skin, leave it on the skin, and then this can be it for your evening skincare routine, so that you can adjust it towards what your skin needs. However, again, during daytime, please don't forget to follow with sun protection as your last last step in your morning skincare routine. Now here you can see an infographic about what's important to keep in mind when working with sunscreen. Apply 10 to 15 minutes before sun exposure. Use about half a teaspoon for your face and neck. Please make sure that you're going to evenly and properly apply it, and there's more information on it if you need to use it when being inside or when going outside, when it's important for the reapplication. And so you can see everything on the screen, but if you want to go over it in your own time, you will find that infographic under additional information again in the description box down below. But this is what I wanted to share with you on how you can use Nature Republic's Aloe Vera gel in a skincare routine so that you have a proper overview on how you can adjust it depending on the skincare products that you have at home. I do hope that you find this video helpful, that you enjoyed it. If you did so, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it. And if you now want to know more about how you can properly apply your skincare products from different brands, I'm going to leave some of them at the end of this video so that you can keep on watching. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skincaring. Bye.